The MasterPath has so much to give and so much to offer. Each one of you, more than what you would ever know. It's waiting just to fill you up with what you are and what is, and just the truth. I'm so happy for you, the opportunity you people have to change your lives and make it right and be able to live with yourselves. You have to take this Shabda and this great truth right into the nitty-gritty of your life. I mean, you can easily get in the state when you're with me and at a seminar, but it's when we're alone at home. And suddenly all of the plastic realities that have been given to us through our life are staring us straight in the eyes. And being able to keep this truth and your vibrations in a high point where this doesn't pull you down and where you don't identify with it. This is where it's the most important. There's nothing to hide here with your master. I want to be open, and I always am required to tell the truth. And I want you to see that. I know that myself, but I need you to see that. Because you have to have faith in me. You have to believe in me. You're not going to surrender to the master if you don't believe in me. Or trust me, or have faith, conviction. Oh, you precious souls, I know what you're going through. We come onto the path, and we just want some help and love, and yet, how are you to know who I am, what this path is, what it's going to do? We just don't know ourselves like our mind says it knows ourselves. And I have compassion and empathy for you. For those of you that are new, boy, you just got to take your time. Everything may sound Greek to you. You read some of the works, you don't even understand them, what's being talked about. You understand bits and pieces. You have to be patient in this. It's like when you go to a new job, you don't know what in the world to expect, if you'll fit in, if you're going to be fired, if you're really supposed to be here. You just don't know nothing, and day by day, you become just a little bit more familiar with the job, and after a while, it's just secondhand nature. And it's very much like this path. And so please be very, very patient, and just take this a little bit at a time. Our mind doesn't want to accept this, but slow and steady wins the race. And the mind just wants to go fast and get everything done right now, and we want to be rid of our problems, and it just doesn't work well. Now, I need you to know that even if you don't know what's going on, you don't understand the works, you wonder, how am I going to fit in? I mean, I see these other people, yeah, I can give them their space and they appear to be ready, but I don't know about myself. And geez, I just feel so down on myself. And how do I fit in? And, oh, blessed ones, you all fit in. You just don't know that the whole path is for you. This path is not for this group or the collective consciousness at all. This path exists for the individual. And that's really important. And sometimes one wonders, well, what am I worth? I feel worthless. Well, you're worth so much. You're worth more than the entire lower worlds put together. Just take it easy. Just start investigating the works. There's no pressure. Many times I tell the new seekers, hey, just take it easy. We'll do it your way. And all I'm meaning to say is that, geez, get the works, get a book, get the profile, get some tapes, and just listen. Don't come to any hard-fisted decisions that you have to follow or you don't want to follow. Just check it out. Just let it start coming in. Just start reading. And there'll be a landslide against the path in the beginning. I mean, you may want the path very much, and your desire is this big. I mean, you may want truth, and you just want to know what's going on. This is an innate urge within us all. But your mind and the ego and all the desires and all that stuff is this big. And in the beginning, one just wonders, well, this just appears to be no contest here, like it's just, one comes on the path and somehow they want this thing here to be this big and all their problems to be this big. Well, I can understand this, but loved ones, this is the byproduct of unfoldment and expansion of consciousness. That's why living down on this plane, it's not easy. It's not easy to live down here, to take care of the body and to work and clean the house and yard, and pay the bills. It's not easy. And we want our life to be easier. And this is how we come onto the path. And we want this big switch all at once. And I can't switch it like this. If I was to do this switch from here, you could not withstand it. It wouldn't make sense. And before you start giving up all of these lower considerations and tendencies, we've got to have something over here that's going to replace it. If you just nix this, then what's going to take the place of that huge void or vacuum that is created by the removal of this? But that's how the mind looks at this. It just says, well, I'm just going to give this up. And it has no idea that there's going to have to be something to replace this. And then we come back and we look at the state of this, and here's just the very, very beginning urges of wanting to make something of oneself and wanting to turn things around. And this at this point is just too small to fill up this huge void. It's almost just like scientific. It's mathematical. Now, we can all understand this, but can you impose this on your own thought process? And can you see this objectively within yourself? If you can, you will back off and just relax. And I would just love you to please just relax. There's no way for you to know at this time who I am, what I am, where I came from, if I'm true. There's no way to know if you are even a soul at this time, what level you came from, your past experience, how far you're going to go. We just don't know these things. These are all revelations that are given to us as we move up the path. And so this is a very tenuous position. And I need the understanding of the new seekers, the new chelas, and those just kind of struggling with this. And the best advice I can give you is just go ahead and stay like this. It's okay. You may not like to be living in here, but in the process of reversing all of this and unwinding all of this, this will stay present for you. Okay, and I want you just to leave this alone. Okay, you're unhappy. I understand. That's why you're on the path. Some passions have got a grip on you. Okay, I understand that. Let that be that way. Don't chew yourself up or say I'm bad or like, geez, I'm not qualified for the path. No one has come on the path, not even me, different than this situation. And I want you to understand this because this is what hassles you. I'm not going to come in and hassle you, and your Atma Sarup here isn't going to come in and give you a rough time. It's just the sordid conditions of this whole reality right here that comes in and feels less than what it should be or wants to be. And this is what we have to fight in the beginning. By fight, I mean live with. And we all really dislike this very much. If you become impatient when this is happening, I can never really get in and connect with you. I need your reciprocation on this. But I need you to just relax with this whole effort, and I know you want more, but one of the cardinal principles here is you've got to let the Satguru do your ascension. You don't want to be trying to get up to higher levels if you're not ready. That won't work. You won't be honored that way. And that's just your mind saying, hey, I want out of this crap and I want liberty. Well, geez, and I mentioned this the other night, but this has taken quite a bit of time to develop, and the master needs to be very, very careful about how he works with this. So how does he work with this? Does he come in and say, well, we have to turn this around. I want you to stop drinking. The meth and the coke has gone way out of balance. You're running around making love to way too many men or women. We're going to have to start controlling this stuff. You're spending your money foolishly. You're not budgeting your account, and frugality has no meaning in your consciousness. I mean, is the master going to come in and start showing you how bad this is and have us start working with this? No, he is not. No, he is not. This does not concern him. It only concerns you and your hypersensitivity and your guilt. Okay, so the new people here, please look at this. I hope I've expressed it in a way that you can grasp. That's my deepest yearning here, that you understand what I tell you. If you don't, then why should I even talk? Or then I'd have to change my approach. And I use a lot of the slang and colloquialism, and once in a while I'll throw in a curse word just to let you know I'm not a moralist and to loosen you up. And to say, hey, if you're bothered by that, well, I want to let you know right now, that's not spirituality. Don't be bothered by that, and take a look at that. I have my own way of trying to convey these things, and I sure want it to work for you. And I sure hope it helps you. But if I find that it doesn't, I will change. I'm not bothered by that. But this right here is crucial. Okay, so I said, no, leave this alone. Okay, well, what do the Satgurus do differently then? If they're not going to make you tackle all the junk here and force you up and make you become a moralist, how then do they get one to become so spiritual and evolved? Well, what they do is they come in there and they say, now listen here, all this stuff that you're so greatly concerned with doesn't even exist. Like, for example, the personality and ego, they don't even exist. Now, right now, it may be the controlling entity within your body, but as you rise up through the planes, the ego and personality have to stay behind. The mind can't go to heaven. The personality can't go to heaven. The ego's not going to heaven. None of those things are going. They're all going to stay. They don't even exist. And so these are things we're going to be leaving behind. One's just wrapped up into them now, and being your attention and attitude is in them. They are a reality to you, and now they're overpoweringly real. Now, I understand that. Hopefully you do too. But that doesn't mean these things are real. They're not real at all. This is the big con job. This is where illusion comes from, and Maya. It's a distorted point of view. It's not the thing itself, it's how you're viewing this. That's the illusion. Okay, so the masters come in and say, no, we're not going to play with this. Not at all. What we're going to play with is this right here. And of course, the Chila in the beginning doesn't know what this is. Where's that? Who's that? How do I get in contact with this? One just does not know. It's very much like a child being born into the world. They just know. They know nothing. And thank God there's some parents there to take it along. And that's what the Satguru does. And the Satguru says, well, don't be bothered, loved ones. I'll show you what this is. We'll start, and I'll show you. Okay, now this is the strategy I'd like you to use, because if you go after this, you just amplify this. If you go after this, you begin to amplify this. Don't fight this. Put your energy here and be proactive and constructive. This is counterproductive. This is productive. And so you're taking your valuable attention, which is really the very faculty that leads the way to all life's experiences. You put your attention in anger, you're angry. You put it in love, you can experience love. And so that's how we direct. That's our responsibility, you see, to take our attention and attitude and lovingly, by our direction and our willingness, over in this area right here. And this can be anything. This can be singing a song on how much you love the truth. This may be even blessing someone, giving them a kindness and love, and letting them, not trying to heal them, just giving them a little shot. This may be reading a book, a tape, coming to a seminar, but all the time you're investing much like our retirement. And it builds and builds and builds. And in time, when you stop working, you will be able to live on this.